There's a lot of benefit in communities working together. But coming from an organization whose job it is to help communities do just that seems oddly self-serving. But the recipient of this award is a perfect example of the kind of cooperation that happens far more often than people know, with no fanfare, no press conference, no alerts, no social media buzz, just making it happen. In the early days of the pandemic, we got used to some things being closed, other things having restrictions, drive-up only, curbside service, how many people could be inside at once, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, wear 2 masks. But most of the time we could still get essential goods and take care of essential business. Like other businesses, cities and towns adapted their operations to the limitations of the pandemic and kept things going, hanging clear shower curtains to begin with, or putting up plexiglass, having, again, curbside service, having people come to town hall, make a phone call, have somebody come out from the office and do business in the parking lot, doing whatever it took to provide that service. And they kept doing that as long as they could, until COVID-related vacancies, people who work in the office got sick, people were exposed to, friends, family members, and had to quarantine for 2 weeks at a time. So they kept going until they couldn't. Well, coming up on the holiday season in late 2020, COVID-related vacancies, no vaccines yet, COVID-related vacancies due to exposure, illness, and quarantine requirements caused the town of Falmouth to close its town offices. Not just a walk-in business, not curbside, but completely. Because of their long-standing relationship and history of working together, covering for each other, providing code enforcement inspections, for example, one of Falmouth's neighbors stepped in to help out and handled all of Falmouth's motor vehicle registrations and licensing collections for a couple weeks while Falmouth staff had time to recover or get clear of quarantine restrictions, and did so without asking for anything in return. As an example of the kind of call no attention to yourself, all in a day's work, cooperation, and for being there to help out when it was needed, we're pleased to present this Good Neighbor Award to the town of Cumberland. Now, I wish we had somebody here from the town of Cumberland to receive it. But more likely than not, they're out helping a neighbor somewhere. Our next award celebrates what can happen when a community takes pride in itself and invests in itself for the long haul, keeping the wheels on, making things happen. About the time this community was planning to celebrate its 250th birthday, other plans were being made to shape its next 250 years, rebranding itself as the place to live, work, and play. But their plans didn't stop with a new brand complete with fancy logo and catchphrase. This town of about 5,500 year-round residents got to work on a series of projects that over 5 years would transform its downtown, create beautiful spaces, and build infrastructure to support new development like multi-unit housing, senior housing, a memory care facility, a hotel, and other residential and commercial development. The town, with the efforts of its elected and appointed officials, teams of professionals, and most importantly, its voters who chose to invest in their community's future, undertook this ambitious program of investments, including reconstructing its lower Main Street, making streetscape improvements complete with new sidewalks and pedestrian amenities, architecturally appealing lighting, trees and plantings and benches all along Main Street, improving neighborhood side streets and drainage systems, and extending and upgrading its wastewater collection and treatment system. Over $30 million in improvements from 2017 till now. Improvements that will benefit residents, businesses, and visitors to this Lakes Region community for generations to come. This town demonstrates the power of a plan and the will to make it happen. It is with great pleasure that we present the Invest in Yourself Award to the town of Bridgeton.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I would. Thank you. So, what a great honor it is to accept this award and to be showcased at this summit. We are a small town, and we have done a lot to invest in ourselves. We continue with the wastewater construction going on currently. A lot of people, I'm sure, don't want to pass through town right now, but it's going to be great when it's done. So I am Georgianne Fleck, Deputy Town Manager for the town of Bridgeton, and I'm pleased to accept this award on behalf of the Board of Selectmen, the management, department heads, employees, and the entire town that actually saw the vision and made it happen. And we continue to work to improve our town and our infrastructure. The citizens saw this vision, they voted for it. We are a small town, and so they saw the vision and wanted to see it to fruition. So again, we are a town that made it happen. We are the town that could. Thank you so much. I'm not going to. Thank you, Tom.
For our final award today, I would like to introduce my colleague, Marcel Tagora. Marcel?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marcel Tagora. I work for Greater Portland Council of Government, mainly in the outreach and engagement with focus on helping people, all the adult people, people with disabilities, to play a role in the planning, transportation planning, and decision-making process. So I'm presenting the award for Community Leader Award to someone here. So it is a tradition at the GPCOG to award outstanding individuals and the institutions of our region for their hard work and groundbreaking innovation in their respective fields. Fellow staff can nominate their colleagues, partners, those they feel have gone above and beyond their responsibilities to provide service, quality service to enhance our community. GPCOG leaders spend time talking to friends, staff, and the partners to decide who will receive different awards. So today, it is my pleasure to present the Community Leadership Award to Guy Mupoi, originally from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Guy first lived in many states in the United States, including Nebraska, Washington, Seattle, and Maryland before moving to Maine. So Guy is involved with community transportation leaders, an initiative by GPCOG that empowers and involves historically underrepresented communities in the transportation planning and decision-making process. He is an active advocate of equitable and accessible transportation for all. He built on his transportation lived experiences as an immigrant, and he created the Bus Ambassadors program to enable immigrants and the refugees to access transportation resources and navigate public transportation safely and independently. With GPCOG's support and in partnership with Metro and South Portland Bus Service, Guy has recruited 10 multilingual bus ambassadors volunteers who help new individuals and families to access public transportation. Now with Cumberland County funding, the volunteers are teaching asylum seekers who are staying in the hotels in Yarmouth and the Freeport to use public transportation and to plan their trips to access food, healthcare services, and immigration appointments with federal officials. I'm honored today to present the Community Leadership Award to Guy Mupoi. I think you can say something.
So, I don't know how to say. Oh, I need a couple seconds to realize it is true. It's a great surprise. I didn't know it. I didn't expect that. So, I want to thank you all. It's a really honor as an immigrant and recognize what I bring to the country I love. And this country gives me everything. And sometimes the country expecting like we have something to give to the country. And then I'm one of the example today. It's a great honor. And it's the reality. It's one of the things I was getting up. When I get up, one thing was say, oh, I can make a change. I want things to change, and how can I do it? And GPCOG gave me the opportunity to say loudly and bring people around and solve some issues. And today, it's a great honor. And I want to say thank you. And thank you because you made it. Thank you very much. Thank you.